Hey everybody, it's Darby from Blue Television Games. A lot of people have seemed to like the music tutorial I did for creating music levels in Super Mario Maker. So I thought I'd go ahead and do a part 2 where I could actually show you how to start to form a song. And to make things easy, we're just going to do the first few notes of the original Super Mario Brothers theme. And let's go ahead and get started. So the very first thing you want to do when you're going to create a song is you want to go over to the left side of your screen where the little frog face is. Click on the frog. Okay, now, normally, let's change that back to a heart here. Normally that'll be a heart up there next to Bowser's face. Place the heart, shake it, you get this little muted dog here. Drag that onto Mario. Now when you hit play, no music, sweet, huh? That's what we need for a music level. We need no music. Alright. Get out of the sound editor by hitting the frog again. Next, you're going to want to take your little stylus here, and drag, for now, we'll just do it this way. Let's drag the start of the level down so that it's as far down as we can get it. Let's go ahead and drag the goal all the way to the end. Most music levels you'll use most of the screens. Hit the little S to jump back to the beginning here. I'm going to place ground here across the level so we can have a place to go here. I use my pinky to hold the run button, and then I use the left stick held to the right, and it makes it go really fast. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move the end down 1, 2 there. Go back to start. We're going to try to go through this quickly, but slowly enough that you can go along with me. I've got a little reference guide here that'll help me move things along a little bit quicker. If you guys do enjoy this video and it does help you out, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and you subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. I'm a new channel here. It would be great to get some new followers or subscribers, and it really encourages me to keep making videos like this. So I help you out, you help me out. Seems like a fair deal. Alright. Of course I took it sideways here. Okay, next step. Enough of the funny business here. Okay, so each of these screens, I'll use Mario as a guide again like I did in the other video. They're separated by a darker, thicker line here. You have a screen on the bottom, down here where Mario is, a black line here, or a grayish line. It's darker than the other ones. And then a screen up here. So when you start making music, you have to be in the second screen here. This square here, which is between the top and the bottom screen, and it's 1 from the right. That's the first, we'll do beats of 4 here. So this square will be beat 1, which goes all the way up. These are all the possible notes you can place on beat 1, from top to bottom. This next row over will be beat 2. Beat 3 is the third one over, and then beat 4 is the fourth one over. Now it sounds a little confusing, but it'll make sense in a second here. The first note that will be played when going to the right, whether it's on a conveyor belt, you're running, you're using the skulls on a track, whatever you're doing, the first note that it will play will actually be on this 5th square, which is where 1 starts over on the count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where we want to be to start the song here. I kind of mapped out where the notes are going to go to make this go a little bit smoother. So the next step, you want to take it'll actually be a music block more than likely when you start. So when you pick it wherever it is on your screen, you'll pick the music block and you'll shake it to turn it into a note block. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 1 beat I was telling you about. That's going to be the first note of the Super Mario Brothers theme. The next trick is we need something to play the notes. So we are going to use 1-ups today, just to make it easy here. I'm going to place a 1-up right there. Now, I'm going to post a link to the other tutorial which kind of explains how to do this, but I'm also going to explain it a little here too. The idea is when we're scrolling from left to right here, when the stage starts, when it gets to this note, this 1-up's going to bounce off the note block and go up. So we put this donut block behind it so that when it bounces, it goes above the donut block. Now to keep it from going anywhere, we're going to put some blocks on the sides. So if I hit play, notice that bounced way out of there. So we want to make sure those don't bounce out of there. Easiest way to do that is to block it in completely. There we have our first note of the song. This will actually get easier and go quicker here in a minute. I'm just trying to show you the basic part of getting a note to play and not repeating. The problem if you don't block it in is it can actually scroll over and hit other notes. Hit play. Now it's stuck there. There's the first note of the song. The second note of the song is actually going to be right next to it. So the best thing to do here is I use the L button up here. I use it, you click it, hold it down, and you drag over the things you want to copy. I want to copy that 1-up mushroom, the donut block, and the music block. So I got those selected. Release the L button, then click and hold the ZL button. Then you can drag it over and you have another note ready to go. I didn't mean to shake it. I know you could shake a collection of items like that. It's pretty interesting. Okay, so the next note's just going to be 1 square over. Da-da of the da-da-da. Okay. Now here's an issue because if that 1-up block bounces, it's just going to hit the block above it. So to keep it from going anywhere, we'll just move it up and we'll put 1 here. So now both those notes, if you hit play, they're not going to go anywhere. Notice because they're on the screen when I hit play, they both went at the same time, but I'll show you here. We're going to start over, put Mario back at the beginning, go up to the clock in the top right, this is 500, click on it, and go ahead and pick the Rabbit Speed Auto Scroll and hit OK. Now hit the minus button, which will test the level. Alright, we got the first 2 notes. Alright, we're going to move on here. The next note is the same, but it's there's a little pause there. So you want to take your copied note and move it 2 over. So you got 1 on the 1, 1 on the 2, and 1 on the 4. This one we can just block in like that. And you can always test it to make sure they're not going to go anywhere. They're all stuck up there. Now if I hit minus again, start the level over. You're starting to hear the melody. Na, na, na. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at this placement. We're going to go nice and slow for the people that are having trouble here. So this note block from the top screen, this is the second screen from the left, and obviously the second screen up because there's only 2 screens tall anyways. You want this on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th square over, 1, 2, 3rd square up. That'll play your first note. Your first 3 notes actually all are in that same spot. Everything else, once you have these note blocks down, you can kind of just use your eyeballs to see, hey, the mushrooms go on top of the note blocks. The donut blocks, don't forget about them. They are behind the 1-up mushrooms. And then the blocks on the top here, these blocks, are blocking the 1-up mushroom from hitting other notes. Okay, I know that's a little confusing. I'm trying to make this as easy as possible. If you have any questions at all, post them in the comments. Let's move on. I think you guys are getting this. Okay, the next note is going to be a lower note. Let's see, it's going to be 2 over and 2. Okay, so we're going to copy all this again. Once again, I'm just holding the L button when I select stuff, release, then hold the ZL button up here, and then drag it over. Now that's not where it goes, but you can always reselect it and don't copy it this time, and you can move it around. So this next note should be right here, I believe. This one, once again, we want to make sure it doesn't go anywhere, so we'll go ahead and make it real easy there. We can hit minus at any time. When you're making music levels, you're going to want to keep testing and testing and testing. If you get a couple sections that are the same, you can eventually copy and paste a big chunk. But if you keep testing, it's going to assure that you're not screwing something up. Let's go ahead and test it. Alright, that sounds good. Ignore my little singing here if it's a little off key, but you get the idea. Next note actually goes back to that first note again. Once again, hit the L button, select the note, if you want to, you can select the little thing blocking it in even. That might save some time. Hit the ZL button. Well, make sure you release your stylus before you release the selection button. ZL, drag it over. This is only going to be one space saver because it's da-na-na-da-na. There's no pause between those two notes. So if we hit back, we should be getting closer to that beginning melody of Super Mario Brothers, the theme we all love. We're really close. Alright guys, let's take a look at this. I did this beforehand so you wouldn't have to have me figure out where the notes go. Alright, so the next note, let's just copy the note for now with the one-up mushroom and the donut block. It's actually going to go right here. And you can, another way you can quickly test is just by tapping the note blocks. Make sure you don't drag them. Let me mute my phone so that doesn't keep going off. Just tap the note blocks on the screen in order. Everything's sounding perfect. That sounds like that song we all love. It's actually the song that would normally play on Super Mario Bros. 1 in this theme anyways. But you can change it up, make it sound a little different. You can put this theme in New Super Mario Bros., which we'll do in a second. It'll be kind of cool. You could throw people off. Alright. So the last note is going to be a bit of a ways over here. Let's go ahead and copy a whole note with the blockers and everything. This one's actually going to be pretty far over. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I bet it probably goes about. Alright, I got the notes right. I did that once again. I'm just tapping the note blocks with the stylus. Alright, now if I have them all lined up, it'll sound great. We got the notes there. We might just have to adjust that last note if it's too late or too early. Alright, so it was way late. So when your notes are late, you don't have to throw your stylus on the floor like that. I just did it on accident because I'm an idiot. Alright. We're going to move it over 4, see if that helps the problem. Too early. This is where you run into issues, people. You gotta play around with it. I'm moving it to the right. Well, that's 1 too late there. 1 to the left ought to do it. There it is. Perfect. Okay, so let's take a look at this one more time. Your first note is going to be 2 up from this dark line here. It's going to be 5 over from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next note is going to be 2 up, 3 up from the 3 up from this dark line here, and 6 over. Next one's going to be 3 up and 7 over. Next note's going to be 2 down and 9 over, I believe, if my math's correct. The note after that will be 3 up and 10 over. The one after that will be 6 up and 12 over. And I think the last one will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down, and we'll go ahead and count it for you just to be nice here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 over. Or, if you want me to make it as easy as possible. Alright, we don't need to see those getting blocked in, but all the notes are on the screen. You can see on the left the dark line. And you can see in the what separates the top and the bottom the dark line. So you can kind of just look at this and see where all the notes are supposed to be. Just a quick note again, remember that there are donut blocks behind the 1-up mushrooms. Let's go ahead and switch the style to New Super Mario Bros. U. I'm not a very big fan of the theme of this, any of the songs off of this style actually, really. I don't like the little bop I don't care for it myself. So I just changed the music to the original Super Mario Brothers music. Awesome. And the cool thing about doing an auto-scrolling level like this is you can make it a music level just like we just did. Just sit there and listen to the theme. Or you can actually make it an actual level that you play. Oh, there's a chain chomp right there. I have to dodge him. I have to jump over him. Wow. But yeah, you could actually get more creative than just putting a giant chain chomp there, but you could make a whole level based alongside this theme that we just created together. So anyways, I hope this helps. I might do a third video showing some more ideas you can use. I've seen a lot of people lately, which is a really smart idea, they're using these mushroom platforms instead of blocks. The reason that's important is because if you use the blocks, it'll actually eat into your cap for the amount of items you can put on the screen. Whereas the mushroom platforms count as something different. It can allow you to have a little bit more room for adding instruments and stuff. I don't know if that makes any sense, but real quick I'll kind of show you how you could use it. Let's erase a couple of these. Put the mushroom platform right there. Let's hit play and see where that one-up mushroom goes. Perfect. So, let's start it up. Maybe you could make it to where you bounce on this Chain Chomp's head. And where is the end of this stage? Right now I'm just being ridiculous because I can. Alright, let's shake him so he doesn't fall when we put wings on him. Alright, let's play our little mini music level without me talking over it. Holy cow, this level has custom music. It's so cool. Oh my god, I jumped over a chain chomp. Ah, it's auto-scrolling. What do I do here? Maybe I hop on his head? Yay! No, but seriously guys, I'm just being an idiot here. There we have it. A quick, easy way to make music. And I've got you started on how you can actually start to put a song you know together. Some things to keep in mind real quick. I have my trusty guitar here to help me so I don't screw this up. But I believe the very bottom square, so if you wanted to put Mario running above everything, you would just start at the very top, and then down here you could have notes playing. But on the very bottom note, that should be a C. Trying to pick that up in the mic here. Oops. Well, it helps when it helps when you have 3 hands. That's a C note. So if you're trying to write a song and you know the notes but you're not good at figuring out by ear, this is a C. So if you move up from C, you have a C sharp, then a D, then a D sharp. Some people use flats, I'll just keep saying sharps because it's easier. An E. Next one up is an F. Next one up is an F sharp. Somehow I got off there, but basically I got one behind. But starts on C, goes all the way up, and then if you use this dark line as a guide, this is actually the first note after that dark line is a D. There you have it. Hopefully this guitar is getting picked up through this mic. So if you need a little shortcut here, just remember that the very bottom block is a C, and you can look up on Google how the notes go. C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F. I guess it keeps going over and over. Hopefully I didn't skip one there. Look like an idiot. Well, I already kind of look like an idiot. Alright, so remember that bottom square is a C. This square up here is a D. Alright. I'm having way too much fun doing this. I think we'll have to do more videos where I videotape myself because I feel like I have to be more entertaining when there's a camera in my face. Alright. So, real quick. There we go. There's the intro to Super Mario Bros. 1. How you can make it in Super Mario Maker using note blocks and a few other techniques. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said earlier, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if this helped you out. If anything, maybe for a small section of your stage, you could have a warp zone pipe that takes you to a very small hidden area with like a couple 1-ups. And it's auto-scrolling, and you could put this little thing, just like I showed you, into your own level and surprise people. If you guys do use this in your level, please post the course ID. I'd love to check it out and see what you did with it. Other than that, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Should have some Super Mario Maker live streams coming up very soon. I might do one tomorrow. Hopefully not the exact time that GameXplain's doing one again, since they have millions of people that are going to watch that, not me. I'll try to make sure I schedule it where there's no one real big doing one. That way you guys have a better chance of getting your levels played by someone. You can see what it's how people figure out your levels and where they're dying and where they're getting lost. And I'm pretty good at finding mistakes for some reason, so I will get stuck in your level because I just have that kind of luck. Alright, until next time guys, thanks again for stopping by. I hope this helped. See you next time.